Hello, and it's the 12th Sunday of Ordinary Time. In the Gospel this week, it's a great example of Jesus really trying to get the disciples to stretch their minds a little bit, to get them to understand something beyond what is right in front of them. So he very nonchalantly is just walking along with them and says, who do people say that I am? That question that we've heard so many times in the Gospels before. And so they say, well, some think that you're John the Baptist or Elijah. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Peter comes out and he says, well, you are the Messiah. You are the Son of God. And Jesus stops them and really wants to focus this, because this answer is in sharp contrast to the other answers that Jesus just got. But more importantly, Jesus wants them to be able to understand their own identity through him. That if they are truly going to call themselves followers, there is going to be much that will be demanded of them. Remember, at this point, they don't even understand that Jesus, as the Messiah, is going to be the one that is going to have to suffer greatly, die on a cross, and then rise again the next day. When they think of him as the Messiah, they think of him as someone that's going to save them from the Romans. But what Jesus is really trying to get them and all of us to understand is that we have to constantly be putting into our own minds the idea of who are we as we are following Jesus. How does that affect our identity? There's really just two ways to look at it. One way is to say, well, how do I view my life? Is my life one that is drudgery and pain and suffering? Or do I experience new life? Am I grateful for the things that are all around me? Do I realize that God's hand is at work in everything in my life, even though my life is not perfect? And so that's one of the ways that we have to be able to look at that. And that's not an either or, but it's looking at how do we combine all the things in our lives to realize God's love is with us, even in the worst moments. And how do we pull ourselves out of that? So often, we as human beings, all we're doing is we're running around doing the things that we love to do. But truly, if we're going to call ourselves followers, that means there are many times in our lives that we're going to have to do the things that are convenient for us, and we're going to have to put them aside. We're going to have to reach out and help someone that might be in need, to make someone more comfortable, or to go and visit someone that may be sick. And we don't want to take that out of our busy schedules. We don't want to take that time out of doing other things that we enjoy doing. And yet, if we're going to call ourselves followers of Jesus, that is exactly what we are going to have to do. And that's why we need each other, to help each other in this journey of faith. And why Jesus doesn't want to be known just by the miracles that he is performing, but he wants to be known in our lives for the person that helps continue to lead us to the glory that awaits each one of us. To the fact that, yes, we are sinners, but we are also people that are redeemed and loved by God. My friends, the only way I know how to make that real in our lives is by coming together and praying together every week. So please join us here at Church of the Nativity, Midland Park, New Jersey, a stewardship parish, a place where we share our time, our talent, and our treasure. God bless you.